Welcome to Mr. B's Ukulele channel. Please subscribe and I hope you enjoy watching.
Hello, this is the recorder tutorial for Lava, and this is to add the recorder to the ukulele video that I've already done. So it's still a ukulele sing-along, but with an extra feature as well. And for anyone out there who enjoys a bit of recorder, lovely opportunity for you to combine some different musical skills together. Okay, in Lava, you've obviously got the verses and the chorus. Now the chorus goes quite high and quite low in pitch. It's quite tricky on the recorder, so some of the notes you can't get on the recorder. So I've limited this video to just looking at the verse, which is actually quite simple. It's an 8-bar pattern that repeats about 3 or 4 times depending on the structure of each verse. So basically we've got to learn an 8-bar pattern, which I'll pop up on the screen now for you to see. And you can see it's quite simple, and once you've learnt that, it then just repeats all the time through the piece. And then for the choruses, you can just sing along or pick up that ukulele. So if we have a look at the 8 bars that are on screen now, and we'll see it's a combination of, we've got crotchets and minims, quavers, and a couple of semi-breves in there as well. So some basic music theory there, just in case anyone's not clear on that. I'll just clarify what those notes are as well, just in case anyone's not sure on that. So your crotchets are the ones circled now, and they are your 1-beat notes. So each of those is just 1 beat. The minims and the white ones are the 2-beat notes. So they last 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we've got 2 semi-breves, one in the middle of the piece on the A, and one at the end of the piece on the B, or I say the end of the piece, the end of the phrase on the B. So those 2 semi-breves last for 4 beats. Okay, don't worry too much about that, because once you hear me play it, you'll get it very much in your head, and you'll be able to really play this by ear quite quickly. But it does help if we can understand and read the music as well. That's good for our music training. So the piece also has some quavers. I'll just mention the quavers actually, because the quavers are a bit different to how you might normally be used to seeing them. Often when 2 quavers are together, you get a little bridge across, a sort of flat line connecting the 2. But when a quaver is on its own, you get a little bit of a tail. And often when that's printed, it's quite an elaborate tail as well. So these individual notes here are quavers, and they're single quavers. And that's why they've got that funny little tail on them, which you can see, which you might not be used to. Also, we've got these tied notes here. If you look at the ties there, the little curves above some of the notes, we've got a tied C in the 2nd bar, a tied B in the 4th bar, and a tied A in the 6th bar. And those ties, in each case, it's a quaver tied to a crotchet, which basically means the 2 values of the notes, a half-beat quaver plus a 1-beat crotchet, are tied together. So that's quite tricky to get perfect each time. We just need to think of it as a basically longer crotchet. So the 2nd bar goes da 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 da, and if you took that tie off, it would go like this, da 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 da. And if you practice that first, da 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 da, and then put the tie back on and tie that 2nd and 3rd note together, da 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 da, and that's your tie. So that's the only tricky bit really of it, to try and get those ties in place. But like I say, once you hear it, you'll be able to probably play it by ear anyway. So I'll play through each couple of bars now, so you can remember the notes and see how it goes together. In fact, I'm just going to play it through first of all, so you can get it in your head. Then I'll play through a couple of bars at a time and talk you through the notes, and then I'll do one more run through at the end really slowly, so you can play along. So at speed, it should be like this. And there we go. So let's look at those first 2 bars. Starts on a C, which if you remember is our thumb and our 2nd finger on the 2nd hole. So we've got C, 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 D, C. You didn't see me there because I've got the recorder not angled properly, but I lifted my thumb off for that D. So it's C, 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 D, C. And then it's that extra C on the end. So C, 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 D, C, C. Then we switch to the B in the 3rd and 4th bar. B, 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 C, B, B. Always hold it with 2 hands. Good habit there. B, 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 C, B, B. Bar 5 is just the A, and then bar 6, A, B, A, G. You got that tie there as well, so quaver to begin with, half a beat. A, B, A, G. And then the last two bars, C, 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 G, B. Just do that again slowly. C, C, C. Second finger with thumb. G, 3 fingers, B. That's probably the hardest bit, that. So you've got to jump from the C to the G and back to the B, and remember which fingers you're putting on and off. C, 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 G, B. Just do that with me. So practice that bit if you need to. That's probably, like I say, the hardest bit really. Most of the other bars are quite simple, just one note changes. But that little phrase, you've got to go from a C to a G to a B. Okay, I'm going to play it through nice and slowly now for you to see each note as it comes up on the screen. Let's start one more time. Now in the piece, in the video, it will be slightly faster than that, so practice that at that speed and then try it on your own a little bit faster. Now just remember my 2 golden rules on the recorder. If you are squeaking and making some not very nice sounds on the recorder, it is because you are either blowing too hard, in which case the air rushes out and sometimes squeaks, or because you've not quite pinched your fingers tight enough over those holes. So if you've got any squeaks, it'll be one of those 2 reasons most likely. Okay, do have fun with that and look out for the sing-along later this week. Thank you.